Traditionally, hot water bags used to look something like this. This is all I've ever known about them. But then I just realized that there are other models in the market, like this one from Caresmith, which is chargeable electrically and it works amazing. Let's have a look. Welcome back. This is yet another video with a very simple device, but it's got technology and that's the reason I'm making it. This is just a water bag, but not just any water bag. It's made by Caresmith. It's not a paid review. I bought this product and it is for my parents, and let's see how good this is. I mean, this was bought because we used to use hot water bags filled with hot water, obviously, and when I actually wanted to buy a replacement for one of the old ones which broke down, I actually noticed this available on Amazon and some other websites as well. So I just picked it up. This doesn't need refilling and it uses a different technology. Obviously, electricity to heat it up. So let's quickly look at the box. It comes in this nice little box. It says Revive Hot Water Bag. One side it says effortless heat, endless comfort. Okay. And it's great for your colds, muscle sores, bed warming, and if you have menstrual cramps. Yep. And on the other side it says Smart Auto. So it cuts off at 70 degrees. We'll have a look at the temperature readings later. Triple level fuse, so safety is layered in, and it's also got a 6-layer super strong material, so which means if someone accidentally sits on it, it can withstand up to 100 kgs. If you're more than 100 kgs, you'll have to be careful. And behind it says how to use it. So basically this is how it's going to look. We'll open it in a second. This is less than $1,000 in the market. So there are some procedures to follow to heat it up. So it's got a plug, which means you have a charger, and then you wait for about 8 minutes to get it heated up, and the bag is hot, good to go. 12 months warranty if you scan that code. So let's open this up. Okay, this is the first time I'm actually opening this. As always, there is a warranty card with a QR code. Let's keep that aside. They've thrown in some sort of a bag. We'll have to read about that. So this looks like the charger. Let's quickly open this up. Okay, there is a user instruction manual inside. It's pretty colorful and it has some instructions. Okay, this is the premium plush cover, so that's what you saw right here. And it's got a smart power adapter, and it's got the water bag, of course. So this is it's got some sort of an arm mechanism. We'll figure that out. Charging port, of course. That's about it. Everything else is, of course, instructions. Okay, let's see some of the power consumption details. So rated power 360 watts. So it does consume quite a bit of power. I would say 360 watts is about 1/4 of 9 watts. So it does take a decent amount of electricity, and static pressure of 100 kgs. Now I don't know why it's called static pressure. If anyone knows, please leave it in the comment section below. Cutoff temperature 70 degrees, and of course there's some instructions as to how to use it. You got to position it on a bed, and then put the charging arms across it, and that's when it's going to switch on. I think they figured in some sort of a safety mechanism over here. So yeah, so you can see that the plug is actually neatly put inside over here. So I think it's a very nice mechanism, and it makes some sort of a sound. Yeah, this is nice. And the bag itself, not very big, but it feels as if it's filled with some sort of a liquid. Obviously they have used something inside which doesn't need refilling. So it says Caresmith Ion, and this is the charging socket. It's actually protected. I don't know which side it. Oh yeah, the other side. And this is a plug which it uses. So obviously you're going to place it on a flat surface, and then you're going to use this charging clip to put this over here, and then I think you're all good to go. That's it. It's essentially a normal socket, but they've just given a process so that there's no misuse, right? You can't use this while it's being charged. So that's a good thing, and it comes off pretty easily as well. Nice clamping mechanism there. It's also got a cover, and there's an LED indicator, so you will know if it's on or off. Other than that, the material is nice. It's got a nice textured layer over here. I don't know whether you can see it very clearly on this video, but it seems decent. And of course, there's nothing else in the box. So let's plug this on and see how long it takes. They claim 8 minutes to get to about 70 degrees. So we'll heat up and check it out. So just before I plug it in, there was some instruction mentioned on this charger. For example, you do need to keep it on a flat surface and not on the bed while charging. Apparently that's one of the key things they mentioned here. Probably, if there's a risk of a fire, they don't want you to have that problem, so they want you to keep it on a table, for example, rather than a bed, right? And there's a cloth cover, that's the plush cover which they've given. This has to be removed before you charge, remember that as well. And apart from that, it's all standard instructions. So let's check it out. So let's set up the charging mechanism over here. I'm going to just open the charging port. So this is how they want you to charge it, on a flat bed or table. So let's see how long the cord is. I think this should be about a meter. It doesn't look too long, honestly. That could be a drawback for some of you, but do use a good quality extension box. Yes. This is less than a meter. This is about, hardly about 2 feet, 3 feet long, 4 feet long, 3.5 feet. That's it. So not very long. So just remember that. So I'm going to plug this in over here, and all you need to do is just clamp it in and just give it a nice press, and you're good to go. Just plug this into the mains now. Now what I'm going to do is show you how this looks real time using a thermal camera. So that will probably give you an idea of how it's charging and what kind of temperature it's reaching. Let's have a look. Let's go ahead and check what happens. I'm going to switch on the plug over here in my hand. Oops, okay. The device is actually turned on. Essentially, this is just, an electrical line. There's no mechanism in this. It's just a device. There's no circuitry in this. So it's just passing on electricity directly into the coil. Just look at the edges though, right? So it's 28, 29. I don't think it gets hot towards the corners. So the main heat is actually in the middle. Okay, 70. So we are there right now. Ideally, it should just stop right now. Let's see if it goes beyond 70 degrees, because they claim that this will automatically shut off. And it's pretty warm to touch now. I can even see 73 now, so I just hope this is not a defect. It's got to stop heating right about now. The sides are reaching 75, but centrally I think it's about 80 almost. Okay, there's no cutoff, but unfortunately that's a very scary situation. Of course, I'm in an isolated environment, so it's fine, but if you're keeping this on something gentle like a plastic table or close to some, flammable material, this could be dangerous. 77.6, 77.7. I think that's where it's kind of saturated. Okay, 80. It's 78.5. 78.7. I heard a noise and it's got cut off right now. So it cuts off at 78 degrees. 78 is the cutoff temperature. Okay, finally goes off. So it does work, right? And it's cutting off at about 78 degrees. Pretty hot. So this should be warm to touch. Yeah, it is hot, and this is a good sign. There is a cutoff mechanism, which is great. So as you saw from the video, the thermal camera shows that it kind of gets really warm. It's close to 78.8 degrees. That's when it actually got automatically cut off. Now I haven't switched it off. You can see the plug is still on. and this the charger is still plugged in. So it got cut off at 78 degrees. So I'm guessing the only job of this particular charging device is to just cut off the temperature whenever it reaches a certain amount of programmed temperature which they've put. In this case, it's 78 degrees. So if you're keeping something flammable or something like a plastic item on which this is placed, that's going to be a little risky. I don't think it's really hot enough to cause any damage, but I would say be careful keeping this around kids or keeping it around anything which is flimsy, because this is 78 degrees, close to 80 degrees can cause serious damage in some cases. So otherwise, I think this is a good device. Got cut off at about 78. I'm going to take this off, and this bag is actually warm enough to use now, and you can use it on both sides. You just have to use the provided cloth. Let me see what happens if you add that on here. So let's add this pouch which they've given and see how comfortable this is going to get. Okay, it's quite warm to touch. I mean, honestly, I think 78 is just a little beyond comfortable to hold, but probably will do good if you wrap a blanket around this. So yeah, I mean, if you put this in this nice little carry pouch, I think it's nice to give you warmth on your hands, legs, cramps, wherever you have anything that you want to use this. It's not a closed bag, but yeah, they've done something. So if you have another sort of a towel or something which you can wrap this around, that'll make it easier to use. But very handy device, size-wise it's really nice, and it actually is supposed to hold temperatures for quite some time, and it stays for about 2 hours is what they claim. That is a significant amount of time as compared to, say, a water bag, a traditional water bag. So this one can hold heat for up to 2 hours. Claimed, I mean, I'm not saying that they can do it, but this one's pretty hot. This is a pretty useful device. If you're looking for, something like this for anyone who's injured or your parents or something like that, this is a very useful device. You should try it. So that's my review of the Caresmith water bag, the hot water bag, which is pretty low tech this time to review, but I think this is unique and something which is very useful. Let me know what you guys think about the design in the comment section below. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll leave links in the description. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.